Good afternoon. Can everyone see me and hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it is 11:02. I'm sorry, it's 12:02. And these meetings are intended to go through the lunch hour so that if anyone is taking a break, they can make it back to work on time. So we're going to go ahead and get started. There will probably be others joining, and they will just kind of join quietly as we progress through the presentation. So today's presentation is about side lots and community-inspired development. We have two programs here at the Land Bank that are designed to allow for partnering with individuals and for-profit businesses who are seeking properties. So we want to educate the public and highlight the benefits and discuss how to go about connecting with us in order to take advantage of the opportunities that exist with these programs that we have. For those of you who are new, I want to just give you a brief introduction to who DeKalb Regional Land Bank Authority is. We are a public body, corporate and politic established by the Georgia Land Bank Act. We were formed, our organization was formed by DeKalb County and the city of Lithonia, and we are governed by a board of directors. Fred Reynolds is our current chairman, Quinn Green is our current vice chairman and treasurer, and Ms. Inga Harmon is our current secretary. Those are our current officers here at the DeKalb Regional Land Bank Authority. I am Tamika Churchill, the executive director. I will be presenting about these programs today and just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama, moved to the Metro Atlanta area in 1993 to attend Clark Atlanta University. Had a long career in finance and auditing with various governmental entities here in the state of Georgia, Fulton County government, and some private industry. Also had the opportunity to work in construction and affordable housing development. Can someone mute? Community housing, work with a CHOTO in Montgomery, Alabama to build affordable housing. So have had my experience in affordable housing development. And that's just a little bit about me. So we'll get into the programs. I want to just briefly talk to you about ways I like the initial steps in getting close to us or getting involved with the DeKalb Regional Land Bank Authority. The easiest way, and what we've created for everyone for what should be an easy interface is our website. You can visit our website at www.drlb.org. And on that website, there is a lead form. And if you simply complete the lead form, you will be included on all of our general public announcements. So anytime we announce a community event, an open house, or that a property is available for applications or the application window is open, you'll be notified through our email system. On our website, you'll also find property listings. So if you're in search of properties, you can go to our website, see the listings that we have for properties that are available in the land bank currently. And I'll let you in on a secret. We are working with a company to develop a new website that is going to allow us to showcase and allow you to view properties that may not be in the land bank, but properties that we're planning to acquire or properties that are where that DeKalb County has an interest in, that if you express an interest, then we may be able to expedite the acquisition process and help transfer that property to you faster. So our new website is going to give us a lot more bandwidth. Currently, we're only showcasing the properties. We're showing properties that have already come through the land bank and probably been disposed of, but we're also going to be able to show just some other properties in the county universe that are available to you, even though they may not be owned by the land bank. So that's going to give us a lot more opportunity to work with individuals, nonprofits, and private businesses. Um, we um, we have a page on our website called Our Programs that explains to you the various programs and who they are designed to accommodate. Um, in addition, if you look at our website and you go to the upper right-hand corner, there is a project application. So the application, everything we do is done through application. You must reach out to us with a completed application, and we'll talk a little bit about that more towards the end of the presentation. But you must submit an application to express your interest in a property or in some other type of partnership development with the land bank. We go through an application process, and we do this and keep these records as a method of transparency and tracking. So we want everybody to be given a fair opportunity. So everybody must submit an application to get any type of services or to get into any type of transaction or partnership with the land bank. You'll also find in our public document section our policies and procedures, our meeting schedule, and meeting minutes for previous minutes if you're interested in finding out anything that's happened or any decisions that have been made at prior meetings. Those are available out there on our website. So we intend to have a wealth of information to keep you informed of all things going on and all decisions being made at the land bank. And those documents and records can be found on our website at www.drlb.org. We also do our best to communicate with those who have expressed an interest in hearing from the land bank. We would like to. We have excuse me. We have several social media channels where we publish information daily. We have a Facebook account, we have an Instagram account, we have a YouTube and a LinkedIn account. And in order to maybe access and follow, if you fill out that lead form, you'll get all of our notifications. And at the bottom, those links at the bottom will guide you to being able to follow us on social media on the different outlets. Again, from that lead form puts you in our general email distribution. So we email out any type of announcements, whether it be property announcements or if we're doing any type of event, that is sent out in an email blast periodically. And also we do a monthly newsletter. Our monthly newsletter will come out either the last Friday of the month or the Monday following the last Friday of the month. We have a rotation of communication where we try to submit articles for information and education on the second Wednesday of every month. Wednesday is our communication day. So we call that Land Bank Wednesday. So we do blog article on the second and fourth Wednesday. Webinar Wednesday is typically on the third Wednesday of every month. This month, we had to adjust the date to accommodate our schedule. We all attended a training conference last week, so we weren't able to host the event last week. So we've moved it to today, which is the fourth Wednesday. But either way, we typically know that in advance, and you'll still get some type of communication from us on the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of each month. And following those articles and those weekly announcements, we put out our monthly newsletter at the end of the month as a recap of the things that we've done internally, the events that we've taken part in, the community engagement that showcases our community engagement. And we also, what I should have put on here, we also like to hear from the community. We have a email box that the email address is on our website, where if you want to invite us to an event, want us to take part in an event, want us to partner, want us to co-sponsor an event, feel free to email us with a request. That email address, there are so many email addresses, I cannot remember it off the top of my head, but I think it's drlba120@gmail.com, but it can be found in the footer of our website. And we're here. I monitor that email box myself. So a lot of times I forward those emails and those requests to Miss Shirley, and Miss Shirley will respond back or come to me to get an accurate response, or whatever we can do back to you. So that is another way to communicate with us. Again, in our email, if we're intended to have an event, we will send those announcements out to you via email. I've already mentioned we have Webinar Wednesday. We have property showcase events. We just held during the month of April property showcase events for 2003 Hilda Burns. Many of you may have received those invitations, and those events went over very well. We had great participation, and we're always that is a good time for you to interact with staff, to get to know us, to get to for us to put a name with a face. So in the event that that it's convenient for you, we'd love to see you, love to meet you, if you can stop by one of our events. And we're also planning some community events, such as a developers conference. We are working with a local real estate company to put on some home buyer education seminars for end users who are trying to obtain land bank properties. And we have a real estate partner who can assist in that process of helping you with down payment assistance and getting through the purchase process. So those events are forthcoming. And again, like I said, we will, once they're on the calendar and everything is solidified, we will be emailing out the date, time, and place for all of those events. So those are the ways that you connect with us, and we get to know you, and you get to stay informed about what's going on and what's available here at the land bank. Okay, so our program overview. I'm briefly going to go over the various programs that we offer that are currently approved by our board, just to give you some insight. We have a land bank depository program, and that program is designed for nonprofit and government entities where they can deposit properties into the land bank. We are deeded over the property. We maintain it, we manage it, and until they can come up with a development plan for the property. And when that development plan is completed and they're ready to execute whatever type of arrangement with an end user, the property is transferred back to the government or nonprofit entity, and it is used in a manner in which we've all agreed upon, whether it be economic development or affordable housing. There's a permanently affordable housing program. And again, that is a program where we work and we dispose of properties with nonprofit entities, mostly nonprofit community housing development organizations within DeKalb County. And we dispose of the property, or we sell them the property or transfer the property so that they can create an affordable housing opportunity for the residents or citizens of DeKalb County. There's a donation program. That donation program is set up for DeKalb Regional Land Bank to receive public and private donations of property. This is not a program for disposition. This is not where we are donating the property. This is where the property is being donated to us. And now I'll talk to you about the programs that we're here to get further details on today. Our side lot program and the Community Inspired Development Program. Those are designed to cater to the needs of individuals and for-profit developers to purchase property from the land bank. So I'll get into detail on the side lot program. So the benefits are the side lot programs. The county owns a lot of small parcels that are located within residential areas, and they're zoned residential parcels that may be too small for development, and they're located adjacent to a residential structure. Um,
You gotta be quick with it. What's the thing about it? It's your girl journal. Anything, okay.
Hold on, I gotta mute someone. Has to mute. Okay. Um, this program is beneficial to the community for many reasons. When we transfer a side lot to a neighbor, that neighbor takes immediate responsibility for ensuring that the lot is clean, ensuring that the lot is maintained. And it is a very quick and easy way for us to eliminate blight in a neighborhood. As you know, blighted properties or abandoned space often creates criminal activity and can sometimes cause several different types of health issues in a neighborhood. So by transferring those properties to neighbors who can expand their yards and take care of those properties for us, that helps the entire community as well as gives that neighbor the opportunity to expand their yard space. While they may have bought a quarter-acre lot that their house sits on, they may be able to obtain a 0.1 acre of land to expand their lot, create a playground for their children, or put a hammock on some trees, some relaxation space, build a gazebo, or anything else they choose to do with the additional yard space. The properties, the qualifying properties are properties that are vacant and unimproved. The property should be physically contiguous and adjacent to an owner-occupied property with no less than 50% of a common boundary. And the property, it should be no more than one lot. And the initial property shall be given to disposition of properties of insufficient space to gain a permit for independent development. So typically, like I said, these lots are really too small to put an additional structure on, but they are large enough to add additional space to a yard for people to enjoy time at yard space, additional yard space. Okay. So let's talk about the neighbors who qualify for the side lot program and who are given priority. The neighbor who is given priority and qualifies occupies the contiguous lot that is adjacent to the property, and they also have a current homestead exemption in place. So homestead exemptions can be filed with the tax commissioner's office. So if any of you own a home, you want to be sure that, and it is your primary residence, you want to be sure that you have contacted your local tax commissioner to file a home exemption status. And that actually ultimately helps you save on property taxes over the years. So anybody seeking properties through our side lot program must have that active homestead exemption in place. You must not have any citations on your current property. You cannot be a code enforcement problem already and expect the land bank to transfer more property to you that may not be maintained and kept up to code, that may serve as blight to the community, because our objective is to eliminate blight and to definitely keep it as a minimum. So for those property owners who have chosen to be irresponsible and to contribute to code negligence, we have decided that they do not qualify for the side lot program. The transferee must also not own any property within the state of Georgia that is tax delinquent. Again, the land bank is a tool for the county to get non-productive properties back onto the tax rolls and for them to become tax generating properties. So it defeats our purpose to transfer property to those individuals who have not chosen to be responsible for their current property taxes. So we will search the state database to find out if you're current on all your other property taxes prior to approving an application. Again, you must not have any other type of transfer. Like you can't have any type of other tax lien where you lost a property due to unpaid taxes or unpaid levies on your properties in the past, because that's an indication of irresponsibility. And if we do happen to transfer a property and those things come about within a certain amount of time, we do have the ability to take our properties back, because again, it is our intent to get properties back on the tax roll and to eliminate blight. So any types of violations, any types of fines, you must make sure our compliance department will be following up to ensure that any transferee is keeping their property up to code, not being fined, or if you are fined, definitely paying the fine and paying your tax obligations. And finally, if a side lot is transferred to you, we will enter an agreement, a post-closing agreement, where you must consolidate that property with the legal description of your existing adjacent property. And the property that we transfer you through the side lot program cannot be subdivided, partitioned, or transferred to another individual for a period of 5 years. So those are just some stipulations that we have to maintain the integrity of our transfers. Okay, the community-inspired development program. This is a program that we created as somewhat of a wild card, and it is an open canvas for members of the community, and whether it be individuals, for-profit businesses, etc., to present to the land bank some opportunities that may exist within our jurisdiction, which is DeKalb County, unincorporated DeKalb County in the city of Lithonia, that aligns with our priorities of blight removal, affordable housing, and economic development. We love to hear from the communities. There are times where we don't know what we don't know. So this program allows open communication between us and members of the community about things that are needed in certain communities and things that could be and tools that we can use to improve the quality of life in certain communities. So some of the interesting facts about this program is, again, you must submit an application on our website in order for us to be notified that you have an idea. We will review that proposal. And while we will review the proposal as soon as we receive it, sometimes the lead time for creating the development response can be lengthy. And I want to give you an example. It has not happened with us because we haven't gotten, well, I think we may have gotten one community-inspired application over the past few months, but a sister land bank here in the state was approached by a gentleman who wanted to build a community of cottage homes or perhaps tiny houses for children who were aging out of foster care, who were age 18 and no longer had to be in foster care. And as many of you know, this is considered an at-risk group. So he approached the executive director of that land bank and said, hey, I need space to to build my community for the children coming out of foster care, who are aging out of foster care. So, the executive director at the time did not know of any space where it was appropriate to build that type of community, any space that was large enough to build that type of community. And so he kind of, while but he kept it on his radar. It's kind of kept on the board. It's like kept on the bulletin board as something to be on the lookout for. And they mentioned that after about a year of that request being made, their park services reached out to the land bank to say, hey, we have some parks that are no longer in use, and we want to get rid of this land. Just so happened there was a 3.8 acre parcel that was large enough for him to build the tiny home community with supportive services for those at-risk youth. And that land bank executive director reached out to him to say, hey, we finally have a space for the program that you're proposing. Let's come in and try to pull all the pieces together to make this happen. And that's how community-inspired development programs will work. There won't always be a space available. Things happen. We get notified by various departments of properties that they want to dispose of. But as those things come up, if we have been informed that there is a need or something that the public thinks will make the community better, then we can be on the lookout for opportunities for those projects. I can guarantee you that we won't be able to assist with 100% of the proposals that are submitted to us. Sometimes the proposals may not be what we feel are in line with our priorities, or sometimes the cards and stars just don't line up for us to be able to support your idea, your development program idea, but we do our best to make those that where we have resources or we can direct to resources, we do our best to make those a reality and to give you guidance. It takes a lot of patience and persistence to get some of these community-inspired development programs through. Like I said, in that instance with the other land bank, it took a year. I mean, and that's not a long time. It took 1 year and it took some follow-up. They were running into each other in their city at events and, hey, do you have my land? Do you have my spot? And for a long time, the answer was no. But when the opportunity did present itself, then he knew who to reach out to. The executive director knew who to reach out to. And I would do the same. So in the event that we cannot accommodate your request or your proposal, we will do our best to help you and to guide you in the direction for people who may have a common goal and may be able to help you achieve your goals. And that is the commitment we have from the land bank. Sometimes we will be able to, sometimes we will not be able to, but we will be honest with you about our abilities and capabilities for helping you. All right. So how do you submit a request for a side lot or community-inspired development? You start on our website. On our website, in the top right-hand corner, there's a property listings button and a project application button. So if you want to go to our website, create an account, you can search properties. And then if you see a property, you can just click inside of the property listing that you want to apply. You can complete the application. If you are sending in a request that's not related to any of the properties that you see listed on the website, but maybe some other property that you see that may be available, then you can just simply download the application from the website and complete it and get it back to us via email, or you can actually populate an application in the system and it will come back to us through our email. So our website is the pretty much the one and only way. We get calls and emails all the time, well, how do I move forward with the land bank? How do I obtain properties? You must start with an application. Again, this is our attempt to keep everything organized and transparent. In your applications, we will require that you show the ability and the capability to financially support your proposal. We want well thought out plans. We want to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, who's helping you, and if you're experienced. We will require some experience on your team, and we do encourage teaming. So let's say, for example, you're a realtor developer and you have great ideas for affordable housing. However, you've never built an affordable house. You've never built a house. So we would want you to tell us what experienced builder, with licensed, experienced, insured builder you're going to partner with to build the house on the lot that you intend to purchase from the land bank. And we will vet all of your team members to ensure that we are comfortable that you and your team are capable of carrying out the project that you are proposing. There may be times, I mean, it's better to present more information than not enough, because if we're in a situation where there are multiple applications on a property, incomplete applications will not even make the list of consideration, because we've got other applications that are complete that are well thought out plans, and the proposal convinces us that the people who are presenting the proposal really know what they're doing. I know that there may be many of you who have never done this, and it is definitely in our plans to offer more education, more networking opportunities for you to meet builders, developers, or people that you can team with and form joint ventures with to get your projects done. So as the time progresses, and I would say the latter part of this year, maybe late Q3, early Q4, we'll start some of those networking events. And then into next year, 2026, we'll make a commitment to probably have some type of networking every quarter. So that you are positioned to meet with people that can help you with your ideas. We have within our county, we have hundreds of properties, hundreds of opportunities to revitalize DeKalb County. And so the more people that are interested and the more people that can connect to get these projects done, the better it is for the community as a whole. Again, all of this may not happen through the land bank, but it doesn't matter to me if a new realtor who wants to develop meets an experienced builder at one of my events and goes to buy another property that is blighted, that the land bank does not own, that the county does not own, but they're helping to revitalize the community. We don't mind that at all. That's what we're here for. We want revitalization of DeKalb County, regardless of the land, whether the land bank is involved or not. We want competent people doing good work to better this community. So we're here to help and create those events. All right, that pretty much concludes my presentation, and I hope it was informative. But now I want to open up for questions and discussion. If you have a question, please unmute and you can ask openly.
Good afternoon. My name is Shelbia Jackson. How are you?
Good. How are you, Ms. Jackson?
I'm good. Thank you for doing this presentation with us. My question revolves around the side lot program. How
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
get a property added to the list when it's not already on the list, but it is confirmed as a county property?
It is a
As a
county-owned
side
property.
lot?
If you have the address, then you can email some information to us at our email that is listed at the bottom of our website. Devontae, can you put that email address in the chat for everyone? If there's a county-owned property that you know of, feel free to email and reach out to us about it, and we can check on it for you.
All right, thank you.
All right, Ms. Jackson.
Hello.
Campbell?
Yes. About the Sidelight program, how I got introduced to you guys. I called about the Sidelight that's next to my home. And
Mhm.
I've been reaching out for a couple of weeks now, trying to get in contact on how I can obtain that property. I do have the address, I do have the parcel number and everything. But I just haven't
Okay.
got anybody to reach back to me.
Okay, Ms. Campbell, if you could, Devontae and Shirley, could you all make sure Ms. Campbell has either one or both of your email addresses? And Ms. Campbell, could you reach out and one of them will call you to get the details?
I've been emailing, I think his name is Devontae. And he told me, I think he was out of town like 1 week, and he
He
had
was out
the,
of town. We all just got back to the office yesterday, so he may be getting
okay,
caught up on emails.
yeah, I've been emailing and calling, so I left several voicemails and emails. So
Okay.
he does have an email with me and Mr. Chris Bell, because he's been helping me
Okay.
as well.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So Devontae will be back in touch with you. Um, yeah, he'll follow up with you once we get caught up and get settled. He was not in the office yesterday. He does a lot of field work. So
Okay,
it'll probably give him a couple of days. But by the end of the week, you should hear from him and he should have some information on the property for you.
all right, thank you so much.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
Ms. Tamika, you're going to be doing more of these webinars?
Yes, we do webinar Wednesday every month. Starting, I think last month was our first month starting back on webinar Wednesdays. And hopefully next month's topic, and next month we're going to be demonstrating how to use our new system. Hopefully we will have it launch and be able to demonstrate how to use it. And Ms. Campbell, hopefully those properties such as the one that you're requesting information on will be listed. We're doing our best to get many of those county-owned properties listed so that you can make those requests inside of the website, request for information. And more of us will be, all of us will be contacted, and I'll be sure that, those responses are delivered, that we're checking up on those and responding back within a timely manner, which we still are because we have to give Mr. Devontae some grace. He was out of town last week.
Oh yes, no problem. I'm a very patient person, so I understand everybody be busy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but once we get a response back, is the process moving forward from that is just the communication? It's not a legislative process, meaning do you have to have a board meeting to discuss the transfer of the property? Someone, you have to come to the board meeting?
Yes. Yes.
That
So
is the
when
process?
we
Okay.
so yes, when we decide to market a property, we list on the marketing information the application window. We also list what meeting that property will be discussed in. So the board does have to decide on applications. So typically we market a property for 30 days. Then we do an internal review. My staff and I do an internal review to make sure all the documentation is there, and we verify all information for those applications that appear to be good fits for the property. And then we present to our board in a formal board meeting. Our board meetings are held every other month on the second Thursday of every month at 2 p.m. I'm sorry, of every other month at 2 p.m. And as I mentioned earlier, the schedule for the board meetings are listed out on the website. So let's just say, for example, you reach out and you say, hey, Tamika, I'm interested in this property. We will reach out to you, and we may find that, hey, the best use for this property is to sell it to, let's say, we'll use Miss Campbell's name because I didn't see the name of the person who asked the question. The best option and the best use of this property is for Miss Campbell to purchase the property as a side lot. So in that instance, we won't take that to market because that side lot program is given, she's a neighbor, the contiguous owner occupant neighbor. And so she's given priority if we don't have a development need for the property. But again, it's too small to develop, so more than likely we won't have the need. So in that case, we won't bother to market that publicly. We'll discuss with you independently the title status of the property, how much time it's going to take us to convey that property to you with a clear title. And then we just kind of talk about the options. Once all those T's are crossed and I's are dotted, then we'll talk to you about in what meeting the board will discuss it and tell you the decision that they're making on your application. So there'll be communication with us prior to the board making a decision. So you really don't have to worry about the board giving you approval or discussing your application and you not having knowledge of the meeting in which that's being discussed.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you suggest that that if we do discuss the property next to mine, you suggest I go ahead and fill out application now, or just wait?
Yes, ma'am. You can go to the project application link on our website and go ahead and complete that application. That will come directly to me. And I'll, Devontae and I will discuss it and circle back. But yes, because it's always good if we have your information, we have your name and we have your contact information. Sometimes we're not, like right now, I'm not answering my phone today. I probably won't return calls until tomorrow afternoon or Friday at some point, but I do have emails. I have access to my email. So that is a method for communicating with us. I normally check the land bank email every morning, early in the morning. So one way or another, we'll know that you're interested in a property, what the address is, and we'll have all the information to get back to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll say right now, those come directly to me. Miss Shirley on the phone. Miss Shirley, will you raise your hand? Miss Shirley is our program assistant. Sometime in the near future, Miss Shirley will be receiving those in her email. And she'll be checking that email every morning. So right now, in order to get responses back pretty quickly, I'm just forwarding those to Shirley, saying, please follow up, please call right now. So, because I'm really swamped with things to do. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, well, I want to thank you all who attended, who took the time out of your busy schedules to attend and to have this webinar with us today. Be sure, if you have not already, to register on our website to complete the lead form, because that is the best way to be notified of all things going on here at the Land Bank. This is webinar Wednesday. Between now and next Monday, our monthly newsletter will be released. It'll be sent out. So you'll get to see a recap of the month of May. You'll learn about events coming up, new properties that are being marketed, and any other types of announcements that we have that will be useful for you during the month of June. So, and we'll also announce, when, provide the link for the June board meeting, just so that if you are interested in what's going on here at the land bank and want to meet and ask questions to our board members, then they are available to you at the board meeting. Our board meetings are also public and are held at our office building at 178 Sam Street at 2 p.m. on the second Thursday of every other month. So we have one in June, August, October, and December of this year. And if you would like to come out and meet the board members face to face, then it is open to the public and you're welcome to come. Again, that address is 178 Sam Street. It's off College Avenue in Decatur. Okay, well, that concludes our webinar, and be on the lookout for more land bank updates. Thank you for coming.